All right. It says I'm live. I'm working with new equipment. I got a new ring light and I'm still getting used to these live streams. So thanks for your patience. But if you're here, I just want to say happy 11/11/222. And in this live stream, I want to bring about a card reading. So I have a couple of cards that I'm going to be working with. And then also, I just want to talk about the medicine of what's going on today. And if you're new here, my name's Sabrina Riccio. I'm a shamanic brand strategist. And a lot of the work that I do is help people automate their systems and really hone in on their mystical marketing. So I like to infuse a lot of mysticism in with marketing so that you can create smarter and not harder while you're answering the call to revolutionize the world and unleash your medicine. So I'm beyond excited to be here. I'm focusing a lot more of my content on YouTube just because I enjoy creating these videos. And I want to do more of these card readings and just overall transmissions of like the energy of what I'm feeling, what's coming through. So if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up and leave a comment below. But this video is sponsored by the Sovereign Society podcast, which is my incredible podcast. We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary. It was crazy. I started the podcast November 9th of 2016. So before like podcasting was like the thing, right? So it's just been such a wild journey. And I'm excited that all the podcast episodes are also here on YouTube if you want to watch those, where you can watch me and when I have a guest. So this video is sponsored by the Sovereign Society podcast, which you can hear on every platform. And also to honor the 11/11 portal, I am doing 30% off all of my courses with the code portal now until Sunday, the 13th. So I wanted to give back, and more so because this is such a powerful manifestation portal, I wanted to go ahead and offer you tools that can really help you create smarter, not harder, come into your power, reclaim your power back, and really work with astrology and mysticism to plan your day and your workflow and to more so cultivate balance within business and pleasure. Because I think a lot of us, and I know I definitely, I'm recovering from severe burnout that led me extremely sick. But a lot of us are navigating through or have navigated through a lot of burnout patterns. And I think with the eclipse portal that just ended, a lot of that had to come up to the surface so that we can wash it away. And that's where I just want to start. We'll start here. But again, if you want to go check that out, 30% off all of my programs with the code portal now until Sunday, the 13th. So let's start about this 11/11 portal and why this one's extremely powerful. So first of all, it's right after this potent eclipse that we just experienced. We had that total lunar blood moon eclipse, what, 3 days before this 11/11 portal hit. Like, we're still coming off from the integration of that crazy 2-week period we had between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Like, I don't know about you, but that time in between and that when that eclipse hit, it was the definition of a rebirth. And in Scorpio season, and there's like, we had the Venus Cazimi that happened like right before the solar eclipse. And then we're having like the election, the day, the US election, the day, the lunar eclipse. And then in between, there was also a Mercury Cazimi and like all these crazy planetary alignments. Like literally the stars and the cosmos are like, hey, we're about to anchor in the new earth, and it's time for you to release what no longer serves. It's time for you to get radically honest about what isn't working and say goodbye. I know for me, when the solar eclipse hit, I was in the hospital having a whole EEG brain scan because I've had like a crazy health journey with like multiple seizures. And to me, I've just seen it as like a spiritual experience. It's just been me purging out of my nervous system what isn't serving. But that's a whole other video. Um, and essentially, like we have to recognize that what's been going on, there's no more room for playing small. And so we've had to release everything that has had us play small or has kept us playing small or has steered us away from actually embodying who we are and why we're here. So I know with the eclipse, with it being 11/11, we know it's a major manifestation day. And when we look at tarot, I want to pull out this tarot card. I'm going to find it in here. But like hilarious, I open it and death is at the bottom of the deck. You can't make this up. Plus judgment. This is amazing. But when we look at 11/11, right, it's these pillars of light. And it's time for you to shine this new light of who you are. I want to find this card, so I want to talk about it. So this is like one of my favorite decks. This is the Saint Soleil Lucid Dreams tarot deck. I know it's backwards, but let me find it. Hold, please. And then I'm going to pull from this deck along with a couple others later. But right now, it's just we're in this opportunity of just like recognizing like, yo, it's time for us to shine our light. Here it is. Okay. 4 of Wands. Trying to see. Isn't that pretty? So this is like a lot about like homecoming and celebration and harmony and reunions and coming together and belonging. And I think like before we can do that with others, we have to be willing to do that within ourselves. And I think that's what so much of the energy of the eclipse brought forth. And with it being in Scorpio season of like death and rebirth, like we've been dying off this version of us that isn't in alignment with where we're going in the new earth. So many of us have been busting our ass to get to this place. We've been working hard. We've been doing the work. And now we're like, okay, it's my time. I'm ready to soar. I'm ready to unleash my medicine. I'm ready to take my life and my business to higher heights. I know that's been my sacred why and what's been moving me, and just have been really devoted to investing more in my business and taking care of myself and creating all new services for my business. I'm just choosing to stop playing small. And this is my invitation for you. My prayer is that with the Scorpio season, you've given yourself permission to allow the old you to die off, and that you've given yourself permission to allow this rebirth to come in. That was so much of the energy of the eclipse, where we're fading out what isn't serving. And now with the 11/11 here, we're standing in these pillars of light that are going to allow us just to take that initiative. And when we think of 11/11 too, like in tarot, right? This is the 4 of Wands. Wands has to deal with fire, right? And this is a very strong Aries, feminine Venus card, which is amazing because today, with it being 11/11, it's Venus Day, which is a day of love. And what better way to love ourselves and to actually hone in and be mindful of the manifestations we're calling in and the life that we're choosing to create. And right now, the energy is just like it's on a silver platter for you to make the most of it. So the question is, are you willing to make the most of it? And if so, what action steps, right? We're thinking of Aries, like go for it, fire. What action steps are you willing to take? And that's the question that I invite you to really reflect on today. I also want to talk about what makes this 11/11 extremely special. I mean, granted, we talked about the eclipse that just happened, that it's Venus Day, the ultimate day of love. And the way we choose our manifestations is a form of self-love, right? But now it's also important to embrace the 222, right? It's 2022, and 222 is a 6 year, which is in tarot. I should have pulled it out, but the year of the lovers. And so this is the year where, the ultimate, I'm not going to go through it again, but the ultimate form of self-love is by embracing and honoring our mindset about who we are here to be, and also how we speak to ourselves, what we will and will not tolerate. A lot of us have been tested with boundaries to honor our worth. If people haven't been honoring our worth and haven't been respecting who we are, it's time to let those relationships go, right? People come in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And sometimes it can be really heartbreaking or really challenging to say goodbye to those relationships. But you deserve nothing but the best. And because you deserve nothing but the best, it's important for you to also be the best, in a way of be the best version of you. Stop playing small, stop living from a space of scarcity, stop belittling yourself, stop doubting yourself. And this is my prayer for you, this 1111, is that you allow these pillars of light to invite you to celebrate and honor who you are. So 222 being the year of the lovers. Before you can experience love from someone else, you have to learn how to love yourself, because again, that's where you're honoring what you will and will not tolerate, your worth, what you deserve. And this is, I just think, so much of the energy right now. And so there's just been a lot of opportunity for alignment, and a lot of opportunity for embodiment, and a lot of opportunity for balance. Because before we can find that in a partner, again, we need to find that and cultivate that within ourselves, so that we can magnetize someone that, we not only are worthy of experiencing but more so what we deserve. You deserve nothing but the best. And when you are the best, you'll be magnetizing and attracting more of that. But this is also embracing a lot, and I'm going to be talking a lot more about this on YouTube as well, the truth about the law of assumption. I've been talking about this a lot on the podcast, and it's been a concept that's really helped me heal tremendously in just the few months that I've been learning and studying and implementing it more within my life. But the law of assumption is far greater than the law of attraction, because it comes down to your belief. So it's more than just like being that energetic match, right, to what it is you're calling in. But it's more about, what is the belief you have about yourself? And if you're constantly doubting yourself, if you're constantly belittling yourself, that's your dominant thought, and that's going to be what you experience. So this manifestation portal that's here, I invite you to get honest about how you speak to yourself, how you view yourself, how you honor yourself, how you respect yourself. And is that determining your reality and like supporting, or is it hindering your reality, is what I really should be saying. So these are a lot of the things that I'm inviting you to really check out, and to really honor, and to really get radically honest with yourself, which is, again, has been so much of the energy that we've been navigating through. And we've been embracing, and we've been implementing. And when we take that honest inventory, it's up to us to make that shift. I talked a lot about that in the podcast this week, talking about, overcoming difficult mental health challenges. And the biggest piece is taking that radical responsibility to take inventory about where you are, who you be, and if it's actually in alignment with where you want to go. So with that being said, I'm going to pull some tarot, as well as this is the Ocean Dreams deck. It's kind of hard to see with my light, but there. The Ocean Dreams deck. This is from one of my dear friends, Danielle Noel. I was blessed to be in her Moonchild Tarot card as the Six of Pentacles. So I'm going to pull from this deck, and then this classic deck of Archangel Michael. And also, if you're here, let me know where you're coming from, or if you're listening, or if this resonates, like leave a comment. And again, if you enjoyed this, like leave a thumbs up. This just lets me know that you enjoy content like this. And so I know what to create for you to better support you. But again, so I'll have the Archangel Michael deck. This is a vintage deck now, because she's not printing it anymore. And then this is, I think, the Connected and Free deck from Inner Hue. She built out my logo like 5+ years ago, but this is another one of my go-to favorite Oracle decks. So I'm going to pull from these 4 decks, and then we'll close out this powerful portal. I have an itch on my head, keeping it 100. So let me finish opening all these. All right. So before we dive in, I'm calling forth the highest benevolence of truth and love and compassion to lead the way, to hold the space, and to just create this sacred container, this gold ball, this gold light to guide us through this 1111 portal, to hold the space and to guide us on this beautiful card reading, and to help us as we navigate through this ascension process. I'm calling on Jesus, our ascended masters, our ancestors and loved ones who have transitioned to the other side to be here with us as we navigate through this journey. All right. And pulling these cards live, you're going to see like what comes through. But I just want to get clarity on the deeper medicine of this 1111 portal. I'm going to pull 1 from each deck. The deeper clarity of this 1111 portal. One there. There. And thanks for being here. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment if this is resonating with you. And of course, share with a friend. A deeper medicine of this 1111 portal. Let's go in. So I'm going to do 3 different piles. Deeper medicine of this 1111 portal. And then the second pile is going to be what's ready to be manifested through this 1111 portal. And again, let me know where you're coming from so I know where these blessings are moving through. The deeper medicine of this 1111 portal. And what's to come, this 1111 portal. All right. What's here to be manifested through this 1111 portal. And then finally, what has been released with this 1111 portal? What's been brought to light? So what's been brought to light with this 1111 portal? Well, all right. Hi. Hey, Arden. Oh, I love you. Arden's been one of my favorite students, but don't tell all my others. I love you, Arden. Woo. Ooh, all those cards fell out. We only need one. All right, let's pull out one. Archangel Michael is saying like, whew, a lot has been brought to light with this 1111 portal. All right, what's been brought to light with this 1111 portal? All right, so let's look at the bottom of the decks first. Bottom of the deck, Temple of the Sea. Temple of the Sea. And I want to read from that, but first I want to see what's at the bottom of all these decks. The Three of Cups in reverse. Wow. So we got Temple of the Sea. The Three of Cups in reverse. The Sun rays. And go forward fearlessly. Okay. So let me see just the Temple of the Sea, what she has as her, I'm sorry, but this is just really funny with my situation. I can't help but laugh. Okay. Temple of the Sea. Okay. Full circle, dreams fulfilled, reach of the impossible, integration. I have arrived within. And so the words are completion, discernment, and moving on. What's coming full circle for me? What am I now building? Okay. So this is what it says as Bud is barking because he's celebrating with me. I have arrived within. The Temple of the Sea shares a powerful magnetism from the depths of possibility. Can you feel it? It's always waiting just beneath the surface. When this card appears, expect a profound sense of completion in your life. When a dream that once seemed obscured rises from the depths, it reflects the manifestation of thought into form. When the threads are woven together and you finally reach the outcome, you are exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. This powerful sign bridges the common gauge of how we each define material success. It is instead a sign towards the soul nourishing outcomes that feed your spirit. Past fears, past the transitionary moments of constant striving for more. The temple is, after all, a sacred space where we return to love. You are radiating a newfound sense of wholeness and completion from a heightened sense of spiritual awareness that comes from surmounting the challenges. If there are still loose ends that remain, don't fret. You are getting closer. The greatest rewards come less from conditioned desires and outcomes and more from what fundamentally changes us to know that we are capable of creating on our own terms. If you feel that you are still in the process of moving on in some way, or if you continue to be emotionally invested in a past relationship or experience, give yourself some time to process and release these. Coming into your own is not meant to be a shortcut. You are here to learn through your own tides of trial and error in order to be fully confident in your steps, which is amazing because Go Forward Fearlessly also came out, as did the Sun Rays, right? Don't be afraid to make a plan of action for your strides. The universe is presenting you with opportunities to hone your discernment so that you know how to align with what matters most, with total love, grace, and inner devotion to feel the full capacity of what you truly want. Personal breakthroughs come when we lean into our vulnerabilities, which often precedes and necessitates our greatest accomplishments. Move beyond fear. Go forward fearlessly, move beyond fear, and find your temple. Okay, so the fact that this is the bottom of the deck, along with the Three of Cups in reverse and the Sun rays and move forward fearlessly, like, come on. Excuse me. The overall theme here is that, like, what I'm hearing is that third-party situations are over. And it's time for you to not allow the past or third-party situations, or because a lot of the times these third parties, especially like in partnership, they came through. If you're like calling in your person, that third party came through because there was doubt in the relationship. Come on. So essentially what I'm hearing is that things have come to completion with third parties, and it doesn't have to be a relationship either. This can be like a karmic cycle. These karmic cycles are done. And that's been so much of the energy of this eclipse portal. So much of like, if you're having these 1111, these pillars of light, right? That's what we always know. 11 is these two pillars of light. It's a master number. If you are having this light, it's the true light that's coming through, that's brought to light the karma, which was purged out with the eclipse portal, with Scorpio season. And you've come into this full circle completion. You had to go through that experience to have the discernment so you know as you continue to move forward in your life, which step to take, which path to take. So it's just up to you to continue just to like radiate your radness and to be who you are and to be unapologetically you and go so forward fearlessly doing that. Like this is the time for you to like be unfuckwithable, be you. And if people have a problem with that, see ya. And I think that's the biggest thing I really want you to embrace is like, if people are going to gossip over you about you because you're sharing your truth, you're unapologetically being your light, see ya. You deserve so much better than that. And they don't deserve to be in your life. So that's at the bottom of the deck. That's the overall theme. Now let's dive in to talk about here. Okay, so I'm missing one. Here's my last card. Oh, that's the one that fell. Okay, so this is what I shared about when I asked about like the deeper medicine that's come through with 1111. You can't make this up. Okay, so 7 of Cups, a lot about choices, right? We got choices, transition, and high flying. And then here we have celestial waters. And so, like I said, I opened straight to it. Heaven on earth, the power of prayer. So essentially, like you have the ability to create your own paradise and call upon your guardian angels for unconditional love and support. It's up to you to make the choice, right? You have all these choices and opportunities, but like make the choice to transition out of the bullshit to anchor in heaven on earth and to fly high. Like again, these sun rays came out as the bottom of the deck. Like this is the time for you. Oh, I pulled 2 of these. I wasn't meant to have 2 of these. I'm missing one of my Archangel Michaels, but the fact that this transition card came with it was no accident. So weird. I pulled an Archangel Michael card and it's missing. So let's pull one right now. Admit the truth and act accordingly. I mean, come on. You are in this space. You are in this place. You are invited right now to take this transition to fly higher. You are invited right now to soar. You are invited right now to anchor heaven on earth. And truth is, you have every right to experience that in your reality. To admit the truth and act accordingly, again, is about taking that radical, honest inventory about what's working in your life and what isn't. And it's up to you to make the choice on whether or not you're going to allow this to support you or to keep hindering you. It's up to you on whether or not you're going to continue to play small or if you're going to fly high. And that's the bigger medicine of this 1111 portal that is inviting you. Like this is an ultimate time of manifestation. You have every right to anchor in heaven on earth. I know for me, when I was in the hospital doing my brain scan and it was during the eclipse, I knew that was going to be a portal to release what no longer served. So I made that conscious choice to release all conditions that have been placed onto me since I was a little girl because of the Matrix, right? Like I was like, I'm done seeing a world that's homophobic. I'm done seeing a world that is racist. I'm done seeing a world that where women aren't respected. I was just feeling so much of like what was going on with like all the crazy like anti-Semitic bullshit that was going on and the shit that's been going on in Iran and just like all the race. I was done seeing it all. And so that's what I focused on when that solar eclipse hit. And now with the 1111 portal, it's up to you to make that choice again of like in your own life, like how are you choosing to anchor heaven on earth? And so when we talk about, or when we look at the deeper medicine and the manifestation that's coming through with the 1111 portal, the situation is already resolved. Intuition and psychic powers Earth Waters, and Three of Pentacles. So anything that has been in this space of misalignment, anything that has been like of the ego, the situation's already been resolved. And it's up to you on whether or not you're going to allow your spirit and your soul to take the lead, to allow your intuition to take the lead, or are you going to allow this fear? I think when I'm thinking right now, I'm like seeing, and I've been working on this a lot with my own mental health and the brain. There's two ways that I feel with the brain. Like the positive aspect of it can be your intuition, and the negative aspect of it can be your ego, which is dealing with so much of the fear of the past, because the brain is just always doing its best to protect you, right? And so you're protected based off of your past experiences. But if there's fear, whatever is the dominant thought, the dominant belief, that's going to be the reality you experience. So here, let's see, Earth Waters. Let me know what you think of this reading so far and how this is resonating with you. Okay, Earth Waters, grounding, fresh waters, watery portals. I am grounded, I am whole, I connect with the medicine of the earth to clear and charge my energy. Spiritual grounding, energetic vortexes, miraculous waters, stargates. Where and how am I being invited to ground my energy more? This is the medicine that's really coming through in the initiation and the invitation of this 1111. Are you willing to ground into your reality, right? You've made the choice. You can make any choice you want on how you're going to live your life, if you're going to make the most of it or if you're going to play small, right? And I just saw, it's amazing, in this card is Mother Mary in the corner right here. I'm trying to get it so you can see with the camera. And I have her tattooed on here, and she's just reminding like the mystery of faith. And this is the test right now, is like, where is your faith? And Earth Waters, and the other card was talking about anchoring heaven on earth, right? That was like so much of the medicine of this 1111 portal. But the question is, are you ready to ground into the new reality? Are you ready to ground into heaven on earth, this new earth that we're cultivating? Because the situation's already resolved. Like, it's coming, whether you're ready or not. The new earth is here. And so it's time for you, again, to get honest about what disharmony and what has been, where has your ego been leading the way out of fear? Like, our ego leads because of fear, of insecurities, of doubts. You need to work through that, right? The situation's already been resolved, and it's up to you to make that choice. I'm saying, that's not my reality anymore. I deserve better than this. And so the last piece of the cards where we talked about, what's to come from this experience and the overall message. Okay, so we've got Divine Spiral, the King of Wands in reverse, Final Step, and Explore Your Options. Okay, so right now, if there's been this like impulsiveness or like this space of like you being weak, explore your options because you deserve better. I'm seeing with this Divine Spiral right now is just this invitation to go within, because when this is the final step for you to actualize and transition and move forward fearlessly, you've got to go within, and it's up to you to really assess and to see, understand, like, you explore your options. And the Seven of Cups to me are like the same, right? And so it's up to you to explore your options on what is the best choice for you that will actually be in alignment with your health, your well-being, your relationships, and get honest on where you've had your weaknesses. Get honest on what's been not, because when we think of the King of Wands upright, this is like a visionary, natural born leader. But what areas in your life have you not been in your leadership? Where have you been giving your power away? And that's, again, the piece that I really invite you to look at, is like, where can you get radically honest? See, this Divine Spiral is saying simplicity, expansion, the blueprint of life, great outlook, Fibonacci sequence, golden ratio. I expand my perspective. I see the bigger picture. I am an ever blooming spiral of miracles. If you're not feeling in alignment, recognize that there's more than what meets the eye right now. If you're not feeling like you're in alignment, go within, look at this new perspective, and be willing to choose again, right? Like, choose again. We have this card twice, and you have what it takes to be a leader in your life. You have what it takes to make the most of your life. This is the final step for you to actualize the reality you desire. It's up to you to get out of your own way. Like, so for instance, my program Thrive that I have in my 30% off sale this weekend, that experience will help you dive to the depth of your soul. Ask anyone who's enrolled in that program. It's revolutionized their life. You can even read all the testimonials and watch them on the sales page. But this is the time for you just to move forward fearlessly. This is a time for you to shine your light. This is a time for you to recognize that people outside of you don't have power over you, because you've come into this full circle of who you are. And, the journey that has brought you to this moment, like, there was a purpose and a reason for it. And just embrace this transition that's really coming through. I want to just pull one more card. Throat chakra, speak your truth. Like, it's inevitable. Like, the success is yours. This 1111 portal wants you to speak your truth, to live your truth, to be your truth, and to do it unapologetically so that you can, again, experience the life that you desire. You have every right to manifest the life you desire. It's just up to you to get out of your own way. And that's where exploring your options, getting radically honest with yourself, taking that responsibility, choosing to fly high, and moving forward fearlessly, knowing that the people outside of you have no power over you. This is a time for you to reclaim your power. And this is so much of the deep medicine. So the question is, are you willing and ready to love yourself? Are you willing and ready to unapologetically shine your light? Are you willing and ready to answer the call to revolutionize the world with your medicine? I know you have it within you. I know I'm doing it. I'm so excited to be sharing more here about this medicine and these transitions, and be doing more of these card readings. But I love you. Let me know how this resonated with you in the comments below. If you liked it, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and share this with someone if you think it was powerful. Again, I'm here for you all. I want to help you unleash your medicine, and just these small, simple steps can help me continue to do what I do for you, for us, for all this whole journey. But again, I appreciate you. Happy 11/11. Make sure you're taking time for you today, and just like embrace the medicine of today, because this is such a special one. And again, if you want to save 30% off any of my courses, you can use the code PORTAL at the checkout. I'm going to be sending an email that will have all the links there. But yes, happy 11/11. And again, if you have any questions, hit me up. But again, my programs, Alchemize Your Systems, Thrive, Planning with Purpose, which is my workshop to help you work with astrology to plan ahead and to understand the energies to work with your workflow. And then also the Mystic Planner, which is my Kundalini Yoga 7-day experience. Those are all, again, for sale for 30% off with the code PORTAL. But again, thank you for being here. Let me know what you think, and happy 11/11. And I'll be seeing you all soon. Take care. Satnam.